Postmortem of the HabitTap app. So what is HabitTap? Basically, it's an app that allows a user to track their habits. They can add and delete habits, add and delete occurrences of those habits, and view their history. So what went wrong? I had trouble figuring out how to get the phone to send data to the watch. Later, I failed to make unique keys for similar pieces of data and spent hours tracking down the reason behind a problem parsing timestamps on the watch. I forgot to add the logic to delete occurrences from the phone, and I used an unfamiliar library to build the history graph and spent several hours figuring out how to tweak it to display correctly. On the flip side, I successfully implemented a wearable navigation drawer to switch between the habit list and history list on the watch. And for the most part, the data shared between the two stays in sync, aside from a few use cases in which the phone has data added before a watch exists to pair with. I successfully implemented a reasonably readable, but not perfect, graph displaying the history of a user's habits. And I remembered to clean up occurrence data should the user decide to delete a particular habit. So, what did I learn? The two biggest things that I learned are learning how to manage my expectations and persevering when obstacles are encountered. I had to come to terms with the fact that, given the breadth of the project, I wasn't going to build this perfect graph on my first experience making one. When I decided to switch to using a navigation drawer on the watch, I had to gut the entire project to move all of the existing functionality into fragments. While doing this, it was very hard to figure out exactly where problems were stemming from, as I was breaking the whole thing at the same time. What would I have done differently? Retrospectively, I should have pushed off the graph in order to focus more on the UI and UX, as I would have preferred to have made it a bit more polished from a user's perspective than having another feature to use. However, I enjoyed learning to use wearables, and I wish that I had a smartwatch so that I could experiment with other uses for them. Here's a quick a quick video demo. Oh, apparently I have to press the play button. All right, so we'll launch the app. You can add a new habit, type in shower, and add it. You can also delete it. We'll add it back in real quick. All right. Now also, side note, the add button is only enabled if there's actually something to add. Now, we'll go ahead and we'll click the plus button to add occurrences of these, the morning walk and the shower. And it toasts at the bottom telling you what it was and at what time. Now let's go ahead and look at the history. Now everything here is organized according to the filter here at the top. So using the spinner, we can either, right now it has everything, or we can filter it just on the habit itself. There we go. Now, we can go ahead and we can look at the graph, and it will display the date and the time of the given habit occurrence. Now over here on the watch, I'll show you how to use the navigation drawer I came up with. Alright, so in order to do that, you just swipe down to pull down the navigation drawer and click on that, and it will show your last 24 hours of history. And swipe back, and you can see your habits. Alright. Thank you for watching.